Arlo's Fury. What's he mad about?
Paper Mario, I guess. Oh, shh, it's about to start!
I'm not feeling it. Can we try again?
Okay.
Oh, it's about to start.
One more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shh, it's about to start.
You feeling it now?
It's about to start.
Oh, shh, it's about to start.
Shh. Oh, it's about to start!
Oh,
Ryan, you can't just change it.
Oh, shh, it's about to start.
Oh, this is
It's
the.
about to start.
Is this a remix?
It's about to start. Shh.
Remix.
What are you? You're not
Come on,
like
break it down.
You're not like beatboxing. You're like unleashing your skeleton out of your mouth.
The skeleton of Steve? I don't know
Yeah.
about that. No, it's a little far-fetched.
Can you not play Tuppy Wuppy Pony Waifu in the middle of our show?
Can people hear that?
let's
Barely.
talk about the politics of Toby Wobby Tony Waifu.
Politics?
Yeah.
You're the one who can stop me.
What's it about? I don't know what it is. I don't know what
It's about a monkey that's like Joker and a Mort. You know,
Mort?
and then yeah, he's half Joker, half Mort.
Hey everyone, welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast, the show where we talk about things, pretend everyone knows what we're talking about as we do it. I'm your host, Ryan Liberty. Who else is here?
I'm not the host, Rosa.
Okay.
You're a host. You're like a. I guess you're not.
Ryan
I'm a
is the
host too,
host
right?
and Rosa is the parasite.
What am I?
The skin.
The skin.
The skin.
Okay, so we got host, heart, skin, and who's this fourth member with us today?
Oh yeah, I love this part of Scoob.
Why did you say heart? I was thinking of Scoob. I was literally thinking of Scoob.
Velma,
Parasite.
Velma, you're the parasite. Daphne, you're the skin.
Do you think that's how it works? And like the Mystery Inc. dynamic, who's the host? Who's the parasite? Who's the skin? And what's the fourth one that we like figure out?
You're asking a lot of questions here that I don't know the answer to.
You watched Scoob.
I
We
did.
did a whole ad campaign for it.
That movie's coming out in 1 year.
I can't
Yeah,
believe it. It's like 1 year since everyone's life has changed. I can't believe we're living in a post-Scoob world.
I do have to sometimes sit there and think about, wow, Scoob 2020 is a movie that probably changed my life.
You know what? Well, do you?
Yeah.
I'm asking you a question, Ryan.
What are you asking? What's the question?
What did I say? What did I say?
Did you forget the question?
What did I get? Someone write in the chat what I said.
I didn't hear.
I could ask you it again.
You said like, do you know what? And
Yeah,
Ryan
you
said,
know what, Ryan? There, yeah. You know what, Ryan?
I don't. What do I know?
What do you know, Ryan? Welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast,
My
everybody.
name is Olivia, by the way, but Ryan spelled it with a G.
Yeah.
Leah.
Gwilivia, Gwen, or as I call her, Gwendoskeleton.
You do call me that.
I
At least
do.
2 times.
That's my third time. Say we got some big new things. Some new Tom and Jerry media has been released.
I think before we get to the bigger stuff, I think we should start with something that's very important to you, Seep. Do you want to talk about release date for the next season of Duncanville?
Oh yeah, that got announced today. Season 2 of Duncanville.
Are you
Yeah,
Are you hyped?
I mean, yeah, it's been a while. I mean, it honestly feels like it's been a lifetime. Was that post Scoob when season 1 ended? Man, I don't even know.
We were definitely
It was around that time.
We definitely weren't doing the podcasts at that point.
I almost looked up Scoob Duncanville. Like there's gonna be some kind of big connection.
Daddy Scoob.
Oh, Dad, we have to go to the Scoob. First episode was in February. Did it end in? I gotta. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I really have to look this up right. That's really important to me. Okay, so it ended May 17th. So that was like 2 days after Scoob. So it was technically post Scoob that Duncanville left us.
Okay.
And now it's coming back. It's coming back for a second season.
Duncanville second season. Duncanville second season. Are you ready? Are you ready?
It's coming
Let's
May
make your
23rd.
season.
Ham and cheese. Oh, I
I
love that
can't
song.
wait for the reveal trailer where the Duncanville dad turns to the screen and says, "We're back."
We're back.
Is he divorced?
No, he's not divorced.
I think it'd be really funny if he like got divorced off screen.
Oh yeah, and then like there was like this whole arc about like you find out and then Annie's dad comes back after being absent in her life for a long time. And he takes Duncan on adventures while the parents are divorced. And then Grandpa Duncan.
Isn't that just OKKO?
No, it's Rick and Morty. I'm making
Oh.
a Rick and Morty divorce joke.
I was.
Come on.
I don't.
What do you mean? What, OKKO?
I've watched. Okay, here's what you need to comprehend here. I've watched OKKO, but I haven't watched any Rick and Morty in like the past 2 years.
You know the divorce arc. Everybody knows that.
I don't. I forgot they
I
got
don't.
divorced.
You did?
Yeah.
That was like and they had the pickle thing. Are you crazy?
I'm gonna level with you. The thing I heard about the pickle thing is the pickle portion, not the divorce portion.
Divorce portion, divorce portion, divorce portion, divorce. Can you say that 5 times? Divorce portion, divorce portion, divorce portion, divorce portion. I guess it's not that hard.
This is a fucking like BoJack Horseman like kitty character joke.
Yeah. Oh man, I get so sad sometimes. Do you know that in like other like dubs of that show, they can't do those jokes?
Oh, they can't?
Isn't that well? Because it's a different language.
Yeah.
So like you can't have like a specific like visual paired with this. Like you can't have like oh, I'm the only albino rhino gyno I know, because like it wouldn't make sense. In another
Yeah.
language, really.
That's how the
It's-
translation process for Yokai Watch was. They looked at all those like 4-layer Japanese puns, like I'd give up for the day. Just name it like put a sock in it. I don't care.
Really sad.
I'm gonna level with you.
But
The-
you know,
The only 3 things are about Duncanville are the pizza song, and I also remember when the mom goes, "Where's Super Mario?"
What about
All I know
the We Bear
is-
Bears?
That's true.
Isn't there a character named Wolfie?
No, there was a character who Woofy kinned.
I thought it was because they were named Wolfie.
God, we're putting them
There's a
on
character named
blast.
Wolf.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Rosa.
Yeah,
Rosa, I feel
exactly.
like we haven't got much of your thoughts on Duncanville. What do you think about Duncanville?
The Animation Domination trailer showed Duncanville's dad with Duncan, then a picture of him without Duncan a year later.
he
What?
sold Duncan.
He sold Duncan?
This implies that Duncan daddy's here divorce.
Oh my gosh, you're
divorce.
right. Do you think we're gonna have a divorce arc? Do you really think? There were seeds planted for that in the first season, actually. At one point, Duncan asked his mom, like, "Why don't you and Dad kiss anymore?" It was sort of like, I'm serious. They like glossed over it a little, but like, it's just a little bit of intriguing, like, character world
I think
building.
we should like start the like Duncanville analysis community and like look into the hidden hints buried in each episode, like Gravity Falls fans did.
Nintendo's watching right now, and he says, "Don't forget Alf was in Duncanville." I want everyone to make sure that you don't forget that Alf was in Duncanville.
Alf
This
was in Duncanville.
Is this like the picture they were talking about in Undertale, where Sam has a picture of like 3 people smiling at him, and it says, "Don't forget, it's Sam, Duncanville,
So
and I don't know, Alf."
So I looked up animation domination. I just wanted to like look at something. I opened ZBrush.
I'm not even
by
gonna
accident.
regard what Rosa just said.
No,
I
I'm
don't even know what
Sorry.
that was about.
Sorry, I just wanted to say. So I know this is recent because the Great North is on it. It looks like promotional stuff for animation dominations already stopped using Duncanville.
What do you mean?
Hold on, I need to.
He's been erased.
Wait, show me what you're talking
I'll
about.
put it on screen right
I-
now.
I'm gonna debunk it.
Like they're not
Okay.
there. They got
Are you serious?
they got the Griffins, they got the Bobs, they got the Great North with whatever.
Okay, but like, Duncanville's not airing for. That's not airing for another like 2 months.
But if you close
So-
your eyes,
I'm
it
su-
almost
No.
feel like nothing's changed at all.
Now, Steve, I want to ask you, if Simpsons or Family Guy wasn't airing at this moment, wouldn't they still be in the poster anyway?
It's not The Simpsons. Duncanville's not The Simpsons. I'm not saying that.
You know what it feels like?
Yeah.
What?
Remember when like Smash 4 was coming out and people thought Nest was just gonna be in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're doing right now. You
They
maniac.
invited the Great North?
Oh,
I gotta say,
what
I
do we all
really,
think about the Great North?
I really love Bart in this poster, who's like doing his fucking rat soda pose while all the other Simpsons look really happy. It
Bart
looks like,
looks like a YouTube.
It looks
Bart
like-
looks like he's gonna talk about how Tom and Jerry is the worst ever.
it looks like they grabbed a stock art of all the Simpsons family together, but they got Bart's art from somewhere else.
It's because he was wounding the picture in the original, so
That's
they had to
true.
replace it.
Oh, he's kind of a bad boy.
But he's a bad boy with a heart of
You know?
gold.
Oh
For
yeah,
an
but like
upcoming Bart arc?
Bart arc, 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 Bart arc. Whew.
Hey, did you notice that the what is the word in the background? Andom, which stands for animation donimation, is like the bisexual flag. Obviously in support of Bob.
Well,
Hey.
Oh, I was gonna say that means that they all are.
I guess so. Peter, we gotta go to Bob's coming out party.
Yeah.
Horace, I'm
Okay.
trying to play Fortnite.
Any other thoughts on Duncanville? Are we done with Duncanville?
Divorce.
I guess they haven't released two other. We'll just have to wait and see.
We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, do we want to do one of the big topics next, or do a smaller one? Because there's two bigger things to talk about, which is Pokemon and fucking Tom and Jerry. Would you want to do a big one or do all the small ones first?
I think we should ramp up.
Ramp up?
Yeah, start with the small ones and then go up.
Okay.
So-
Well, I know you all be very excited about this, Heart fans. They're making a live-action Fairly Odd Parents, and Butch Hartman's working on it.
No, never mind, go back.
Is he working on it?
Like,
Yeah.
I
Is he?
feel like
He is.
Yeah, Rosa?
I feel
doesn't-
like
Let Rosa
it's
speak.
gonna be
Sorry,
like
I'm sorry.
it's like gonna be like a dark live action remake, right?
We don't know what it's gonna be at all, I think. We just know they're making it, and then Butch confirmed he's working on it, which is very funny, because he made kind of a big fuss, like, that's right, I'm gone, I'm leaving, guys, sorry, I hate Nick, they hate me, they only want the sponge, huh? And then he comes back anyway, which really...
Yeah, what?
It feels very transparent that nothing was working out for him.
Oh my gosh.
I think
Yeah.
the Chartman might be a hack.
Maybe a little.
Can't
I don't
call
know.
him back.
He made like he made my childhood. He made Tough Puppy. He made Bunsen as a Beast. He made Noog Network.
You're from a universe where those are someone's childhood.
They are someone's childhood.
Is that like the Wii
Someone's
music
gonna make
universe?
So you go, Rosa.
What universe?
The Wii music universe.
Oh. Someone's gonna make a you just had to be there post on Twitter about these shows.
So,
Yeah.
what could you possibly do with a live-action Fairly Odd Parents? Because they already made those 3 movies and they're all bad. But
So
if you're doing an extended series, what do you do?
Death Note.
Death Note?
Make it like
What?
Death Note. Timmy Turner is already a pretty fucked up kid. I mean, he did say anyone who dies will go to hell, no matter what. So
Hey, there was that
Yeah.
parody thing that someone made of
I-
it has the Fairly Odd Parents theme, but with Death Note characters.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I think the fact that Butch Hartman is working on this tells me it's not going to be like a Riverdale type thing.
I think it'd be
It's
better
prob-
if it was. I
I
think there's
think
a
so,
lot
too.
to be gleaned from the Fairly Odd Parents pull the veil back that's pretending to be a comedy show and just see how fucked up and evil it all is.
Yeah. Yeah, I expect this to be like a Ned's Declassified in like tone. It's gonna be live action, but still like, whoa,
Right.
wacky noise.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it's gonna have Darren Norris probably.
Hmm.
Do you think he's gonna see? He voices like Cosmo and Timmy's dad. Do you think he played him in the live action ones they did? Do you
Yeah,
think they're gonna hack? I feel like they're gonna do that again.
absolutely.
Yeah, he is kind of ideal casting for Timmy Turner's actual real life dad.
Yeah. So I guess it'll probably be like CGI hybrid still,
Hmm.
like the other movies.
'Cause-
I don't think Drake Bell is coming back for this. Gotta say that right now. I don't think he's coming for this.
What characters do you think they're gonna like use for this? Like, are they gonna bring back Poof? Are they gonna bring back Chloe? Are they gonna like remember that AJ and Chester exist?
I think they should do everyone. I think they should just say fuck it and put everyone. Sparky the dog will be there. Chloe will be there. She'll get an arc. Chip Skylark will be there. That one kid with the lemonade who was that Doug Dimino's son will be there. The Crimson Chin will be. Everyone's gonna be there. They'll have arcs.
Elmer's gonna have an arc.
Oh, my
What was the
boil.
boil?
I'm the funniest character because I have a boil.
I think they're gonna go. So if we look at another recent sort of revival reboot thing they're doing
Mhm.
with Rugrats, I feel like they're gonna do a full like nostalgia thing, and they're just gonna be like back to the basics, and they're just gonna have
Like
just
Yokai
like Timmy,
Watch.
Cosmo, Wanda.
God,
Yeah, like Yokai Watch.
it's gonna be called Fairly Odd Parents, like Music Note.
Right.
Oh, is that news we have to talk about?
No.
I've got nothing to say on that personally.
I'd just be really angry for like 10 minutes. We don't need to do it.
All right, we'll skip it for your sake.
I don't think Carlos Alizoa, whoever played him in the cartoons, played him in the live action movies. Nintendo's telling me that my Boyle Kid voice is just Arlo. I don't. Come on, like
I mean, same vibe.
that's just
Same
what I
character.
sound like. It's just what I sound like. Okay, I just sound like that. If I do a funny, like high pitched voice, it's gonna sound like every voice that I do all the time.
Oh, it's gonna sound like my Gerbert voice. It's gonna sound like my Arlo voice. It's
Wait,
gonna
you know
sound like
what?
my cow voice.
I think that you're onto something in a sense, in that I think the fairy should be puppets in this.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Would it?
I'll say this. I usually like when like these kind of reboots are announced, especially when they're live action, I kind of roll my eyes a bit. But I feel like Fairly Odd Parents, I just don't care about anymore at all. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, whatever, just do it. I don't care. Just whatever. I'm not gonna watch it.
I roll my eyes at the
Honestly,
Fairly
yeah.
Odd Parents, anyways.
You know,
I
I'll be along for this. I'll see what happens with this.
I think my only actual point of contention is like, oh yeah, they would just hire back Butch Hartman after all he did. Like
Now, I would like to point out, it doesn't say that he's working on it in this Instagram post. He just seems really enthusiastic about it.
well, it seems like based on how he worded it, it says, "I'm so excited. I've been dying to tell everyone." It sounds like he knew about it.
That's true. I don't know. Maybe he's like an overseer for something.
Yeah, I think he's
I don't know.
definitely a part of it in some way.
See, they had to
Mhm.
get his permission to use his self-insert character, the like handsome doctor guy.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, he's not gonna let anyone else play Dr. Rip Studwell. Do you think it's gonna have his like face on like a CGI fairy body?
Oh my god, I don't want to think about
That'd be
it.
pretty funny. I think if they should actually do that.
I
I
don't want
think
to think about
Butch-
Butch at all.
I think Butch's face should be presented to children in a positive light.
I disagree, but you know, you think they're gonna do like a DuckTales thing where like they try to tie in all the different Hartman shows into the universe? Like, the end of season we'll have like Danny Phantom show up, and then like season 2 will be like the Bunsen's season, and then in season 3 there won't be a Tough Puppy season, but he will appear for one episode.
I think you could only do that with Danny Phantom, and like that's the only thing people maybe be on board for. I don't think you could get away with.
Shutting down the Hartman cinematic universe in its infancy.
Oh, they could also have. You know what? I guess he did a lot of Noog pilots. Maybe he's gonna sneak out. What was the thing with like the kid? He has like.
The bug girl or whatever, where she eats the other kid when she's like, "Hey, give me your lunch money," and then she becomes like the evil bug and eats him.
Right. There's that. There's the kid who's like, I'm a little kid and I hunt monsters. You know that one. He's like this sort of like a Death Note esque.
Is that the one where he like scammed some
Imagine
artist?
Nathan.
Is that the one where he scammed an artist and that was a huge controversy on Twitter because he wouldn't fucking pay him?
Oh, that is why I know what that is.
Are we gonna have the Hobby Kids show up?
Oh yes!
Oh my god.
Timmy's gonna be at Carl's Jr. and the Hobby Kids will show up.
Oh my gosh! At the end of the trailer, it's gonna fade to black, and you just hear "Hobby Kids." It shows the date. That's all.
Bunsen is a beast.
Bunsen is a based. I don't know if he's a
Based
based.
on what?
Based on, isn't that a show? Don't people say that's a show? That's like a metaphor for like Christian persecution.
Bunsen is a beast.
People say that. So
I
I don't
haven't
think. I don't know if
watched
it's
that
true,
show.
but-
I don't know.
Well, now I want to watch that show.
So I believe it.
Yeah, I think that it's just a thing where it's like, I guess that's something Butch would make, and so people latch onto it. I haven't watched enough of the show. I haven't watched like a full video essay about that, but it might be. I don't know. Based in Bunsen pills.
I'll say this about Butch Hartman. I think it's this is my biggest thing about them working with him again is they treated CH Greenblatt like absolute garbage, and it's a little you know, that they're like willing to work with Butch after he shit talked them so much, but like they treated CH Greenblatt like absolute shit when they were airing his show, and yeah, it makes me a little
Yeah.
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 Well, Fairly Odd Parents is a big money cow, and they probably see dollar signs whenever they see that Elmer man. So, yeah, only his creative vision can bring this to fruition. Nobody else has the brain of Butch Hartman.
I
wanna
you got something to say?
I wanna say we should all be able to legally change his name to whatever the hell we wanted to change it to.
What? Him specifically?
Yeah, Butch Hartman. We should all rename him each a day. Once a day, we're able to rename Hartman's name.
Right.
Okay.
And I just
I'm so defeated. Like, all right.
I'll say, I guess I kind of was so focused on the Fairly Odd Parents reboot news that I forgot they also showed a clip for Rugrats, and
Right.
I'm at a level with you. I looked as like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it looks pretty fine. It doesn't look bad, but it's also like, I don't know. Do you know how many episodes of Rugrats there were?
Oh, there's so many.
I don't even know. Like, I don't know what. I don't know what they're gonna do.
They're gonna tell the same episodes again, but like in a slightly different medium for people who haven't watched the old show.
I guess so.
I guess like shows about babies doing things like you could do a million. I don't know. This is the episode where they go to the. But they probably had a water park episode. I don't know what I'm talking. They've done what
They
more?
did.
Yeah, what more can you do with the Rugrats? I don't know. I don't care though. It's a baby
The
show.
Rugrats does their taxes.
Yeah. It does look, when they first announced it, they said they were gonna do a live action like movie for it too, but I
Yeah.
think that got canceled.
Mhm.
Good.
When they said it was gonna be CGI, it does. I'm sorry, Nintendo keeps talking to us. He just said it has the exact same number of episodes as Fairly Odd Parents, Rugrats. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Oh fuck! Tommy Pickles is getting an iPad. He's gonna play like Genshin Impact on his iPad. They're all gonna be like the Genshin Impact characters in the Rugrats art style. They're gonna have like the ba 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 music playing.
Ba 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 ba, do 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 do. Ba ba.
I guess he watches like Elsa and his Spider-Man videos.
Yeah, it works too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
You
have a
know-
whole episode about that.
I'm wondering, I'm thinking about how like a live action Rugrats will work, and I got it. So Tommy's gonna come into the real world. He's just gonna make baby noises, and the guy who finds him, she's like, "I know what I gotta do." And then drives him across the country and just drops him in California.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of Tommy Pickles comes to the real world and he's like a horrible CG cartoon baby, and he goes on a cross-country adventure. That would be the Rugrats movie.
Yeah. It's just one Rugrat.
He's sitting in the shotgun seat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No seat,
Oh god.
no seatbelt. He does suspend Nash. That's I'm giving him only that.
He goes, "Here comes the boom."
The Tommy Boom.
No.
And then as he tries to do it, he like poops himself, and he goes, "Uh-oh."
Stinky Winky, and he flosses, and everyone throws their tickets in the garbage.
They were sent the tickets like the Spy Kids for.
So what? The smell vision?
Yes.
They did that for Rugrats.
They did, actually. You're right.
For Rugrats Go Wild. They had a little.
History shall repeat itself in the worst way possible. And
I saw Spy Kids 4 in theaters, but we had to like stop watching 3/4 of the way through because there was an earthquake and we had to evacuate the theater.
did you like it?
It's terrible. There's an
Did you like it, Glenn?
I remember the earthquake more than the movie.
I mean, that's pretty reasonable. I mean, I probably remember an earthquake more than a lot of things. I've never felt an earthquake before. I live in California. I don't know what the deal is. How was it?
How was it?
Yeah, how was it?
Concerning, but like it was a small one. The ones I've had.
What
It's
do
just
you do? Did you like fall down and hit your head?
I
in the
was
chair?
sitting.
You dropped
So
all your popcorn? That's not funny.
I remember.
it was just like
there was. Oh, go on.
you know those like 4D movies where like your chair shakes around a bit.
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
felt like that for me.
Yeah,
and it
they're
was
called-
weird.
I seen the Tom and Jerry movie. I've seen the 4D movies.
Yeah. You were like, "Oh, this D-Box is really good." That's like the comedy joke, and then a dinosaur pops through the screen. You're like, "Wow, the 3D's even better."
I remember. I sort of experienced the earthquake. There was like that one year where everyone in the East Coast felt like the earth shake for like a second.
I've only experienced one earthquake ever. It was like last year. There was an earthquake in my area for like a minute, and then it stopped. It was like very small. That's
My
the only time
God.
I ever felt one.
Yeah, I guess I think some have happened.
Yeah, that's one.
but I've just slept through them.
Yeah, the one that happened to me was very minor. It knocked my Luigi over, so I got upset about that though.
Oh,
I put it back on the shelf though. It's okay. It's okay.
one time I thought I was feeling an earthquake. I thought I was feeling an earthquake, and then I thought like an elephant trunk like crashed through my window, but I was just having sleep paralysis.
Oh,
I had like 12 instances of sleep paralysis for over like a 6-month period last year, and it hasn't happened since. I don't know what the deal with that was. It's like freaky, right?
Oh god, I remember.
What
I used
causes
to have
that?
those.
Do you know what causes that? I don't think like anyone knows.
It's a mystery. I'll say this about Rugrats, just rerail us. I feel like most of the time when they announce a reboot, I'll be like a little, did you really need to reboot that? Like, you know, if they announce like a fucking My Life as a Teenage Robot reboot, I'd probably be more under scrutiny. I'd probably look at it a bit harder. I'd probably like look at like behind the scenes more to see what the whole situation was. But I don't know, something about Rugrats, like, that's fine. They can reboot Rugrats. You can do whatever you want. It's Rugrats. And I feel like I'm like kind of bitch being like, yeah, this is a stupid baby show, so I don't care. But like, it's a stupid baby show. I don't really care.
I think Rugrats knows it's a stupid baby show, and that's why it
Yeah.
works. It doesn't want to be anything more.
Unless you bring up Chucky's mom.
Which then goes on the TV Tropes heartwarming page.
Yeah, it's very
Just like
heartwarming.
Puppy
that
Wuppy
her mom
Pony
died.
Waifu.
His mom died. All right. So everyone's calling me a liar right now.
About what?
Oh,
'Cause
why
I
is
haven't
he-
felt an earthquake. I don't even live in LA, okay?
They tweet the
Jesus.
big one every time there's an earthquake.
That's not funny! Stop it!
So I forgot. I was looking at the Paramount Plus announcements because I forgot they announced a bunch of animation stuff, and I totally forgot they announced like 400 different Avatar: The Last Airbender things.
Oh, yeah.
That I
didn't
just
think about
I'll just say it's weird. Like that show was always popular, right? It was always a very popular show, but like they put that thing on Netflix and it shot into like the stratosphere of popularity.
Right. I think it, well, because it's like a pretty serialized show.
Mhm.
I think it lends itself pretty well to that format. Like you can just watch it and it's like a whole story, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I rewatched it recently. Even I hadn't seen it since like I was like 11 or something. And yeah, it's a good show, and they're doing like sequel shows for it or something.
Yeah, so they're not exactly doing like a reboot of the show. They're more they word it as they're doing stories within the universe, which I think is a better way to take that than like just rebooting and doing like, oh, here's more Adventures of Aang.
Yeah. Unlike a certain other Last Airbender property that has been announced recently.
The
Oh, is there a live action movie coming for it again?
There's a live action, I think, Netflix series.
I'm gonna be
being
honest. I like wiped that from my mind. I was like, oh, I was hoping they just
Yeah.
kind of canceled it because nobody really. Does anyone want that?
No, even the original creators left from it to like work on, I guess, these animated projects.
Mhm.
It's such an ill-fated idea, honestly. I don't, you know, especially with the recent announcement, like they're doing more animated
Yeah.
Last Airbender projects. I feel like there's no way the live action one, that's gonna be like when they made like the live action Death Note thing. Well, we keep talking about Death Note, but I think it's gonna go that way where it's like it's probably gonna get laughed at for all like the stupid changes they make to it, and everyone's just gonna be like, just watch the original. It's literally on Netflix. It's
Yeah.
like a whole story. It was great the way it is. Everyone loved it. No one really had that many issues with it. It's super popular still. Like, yeah.
I feel like it's also worse because it's also like new stuff coming out for this series that's also animated and it'll probably be better. So it's just gonna look even worse.
Yeah. I just can't imagine how you're gonna try to sell us the same story, but probably worse, because they're making changes. Like they said, they're gonna make Katara the older sibling. It's like I don't know what they're doing.
I feel like live action reboots do that a lot, where they'll just arbitrarily change random things. Like, oh, she's Katara's older in this one. She's the older one now.
Yeah, people are fearing that they're gonna try to do like a Zuko like love arc.
You think
With
that's
her
why? You think that's the main reason they're doing it?
shout out to my friends. Shout out to my friend Jay, as they say, Zuko is Katara's favorite colonizer.
Oh, please don't do like a Pocahontas love story with this, please. We don't need that.
Oh, they're gonna
We
sing
swerved.
"Savages," and there's gonna be a both sides thing about it. No,
The Water Tribe's gonna try to wage war. Oh. Yeah.
I would think more gay people in it.
Think so. There's gonna be like LeFou's gonna be.
No, I was talking about the cartoon ones. I don't give a shit if they put gay people in the live action one. They're gonna make like
Okay.
they're gonna make the Cabbage Man gay in the live action one. And he's gonna mention his husband like in a one-off line, and it's already mentioned again.
That was for my husband.
God, I think they would do that. I
And
think
then
they
they
do
kill him.
exactly that.
Are they gonna have like Cabbage Man?
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna have Cabbage Man. He's
No.
gonna put more scenes of Cabbage Man in it.
you're gonna get to witness his epic origin story in the live action one.
Yeah.
Avatar. They're making more.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything?
It was supposed to be the last Airbender, but they're sure making a lot more of them.
I mean, Aang got that covered in Legend of Korra, am I right?
It was just like side story, like people completely unrelated to their avatar. They're like, that's fine, that could work.
Yeah, I'll like. I usually kind of groan and roll my eyes about reboot announcements, but I like what they're doing here because it's just more stories within the world instead of
Yeah.
treading on grounding. I think that's a better way to take these kind of things.
It's Avatar Distant Lands.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's I really like what they're doing with those two because I like the idea of like they're not all about Finn and Jake. It's like, oh, here's the Marceline and Bubblegum one. Here's
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
Bebo
find out-
one.
We're gonna find out how Momo got at that temple. He wanted a big adventure.
They're gonna
before he
do
met
the
Aang.
they're gonna do the epic origin story of
Witness
Chuskus.
the epic origin story.
they're gonna have Momo talk and do a rap bit.
We're gonna find out what did happen to Bo Peep in all that time between Toy Story 3 and 4.
I actually watched Toy Story 4 for the first time like the other night, and I'm gonna maybe this is like a hot take to say I kind of liked it better than 3.
Wow. I don't know. I've only seen it once. I will say, I think it had some effective emotional beats
Yeah,
in there.
I think
I think
the
Pixar's pretty good at that.
I think the ending of 4 hits a bit harder than 3 for me. This is maybe mean. I feel like every time I watch 3, the ending gets a bit cheesier to me every time, whereas I feel like 4 had a really like good character-based ending for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, that's great.
All right, do we want to talk about Tom and Jerry?
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
They got
Now-
the cheese shape wrong.
They got the cheese shape wrong.
So this is a little awkward. We have a podcast with 4 people. 3 of them have seen Tom and Jerry, the movie.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. You were watching it with
I
me.
didn't.
Rosa.
Rosa!
Are you sure that wasn't Cream Rose from the future?
Alright, Rosa and Steve, let's just get our like very base thoughts out of the way. I'll say that I went in expecting it to be bad, and I came out. It was a little better than I thought it would be, as someone who had their expectations in the very bottom. But it's better than bad. It's okay.
Yeah, I would say that too. It's you know, let me get my phone notes. Let me see if I said anything.
Oh, you took notes.
Well, just a few little things. But yeah, general thoughts. It's like, it's all right. I mean, I feel like it could have been worse. I feel like it could have been better.
For sure.
I think the idea of it wasn't too bad. Like, I don't know. I guess there was something a little fun. Like, it's sort of like, Looney Tunes Back in Action, where it's just
Yeah.
like they kind of exist in the real world, and they just sort of integrate it like that. And I think it is sort of. It is an interesting, like, I guess, tech demo, sort of, to see, like, Tom and Jerry slapstick played out in, like, a real-world setting, where, like, they're still cartoony, and, like, the world around them is, like, bending to their wackiness,
I'll give them credit. They definitely go all the way with the idea that every animal's a cartoon. They definitely go pretty damn far with that.
They sure
Yeah.
did.
But yeah, I think the biggest problem with it, like the easiest to pinpoint for me, I think it was a bit too like kiddie, I guess.
Mhm.
Like it has a lot of like kids movie. This is like a kids movie things about it, where like I don't know.
The actors who aren't Tom and Jerry are definitely playing this like they're in a movie for 4-year-olds. That's for sure.
Yeah, like it's not very
Well, to be fair,
I mean, of course, yeah.
right. But I mean, like, Tom and Jerry wasn't like made as like a little kids thing. Like, it's pretty brutal, but it has over time sort of softened itself as something mostly aimed at like really young kids. And this one definitely takes the sort of more recent persona of Tom and Jerry. It takes that approach a bit more. A lot more.
I'll say it's a bit more violent than most of the recent ones are. They're a bit more willing to like hurt Tom. I'll say that.
That's true. He does get screwed up a few times, and there are. I think there is like funny like slapstick. There are some funny like Tom gets hit on the head really hard, and his face gets smushed in his body shots.
My thing about the movie is It's very weird because it feels like Tom and Jerry are just in another movie that's kind of happening. Like, this is like wacky hotel movie that's happening, and then Tom and Jerry are just in it. Like, every once in a while, like, it'll be with like the humans for a bit too long. It'll like show Tom like, oh fuck yeah, this is their movie.
Right. And the thing with that is, like, I can it's really understandable why the movie's like that.
Mhm.
Like they have like all these different like comedy actors, and they're like being like
It's
sort of
surprising
funny.
how many fucking people are in this movie. Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
go in like, this is the Tom and Jerry movie. Let's see Tom and Jerry, maybe the dog or something. There'll be like a few humans. There's so many like celebrities in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of like Saturday Night Live faces, a lot of like
Yeah.
comedians who've been in big things.
You even got like Dynamite.
Oh yeah, it's true. Dynamite's in this.
Oh yeah, Scooby Doo.
Hello, everyone.
Scooby, how'd you know it was me? I can't just say that. Nobody knows what that is.
We all know what that is. We're like subscribed to Ryan Ribbit on Twitch.tv.
Yeah, they're used to
the
it.
the Scooby Doo, the Scoob Masked Singer cross promotion commercial. But yeah, the thing about it is, I could see, like I was saying, it's understandable why they did that, and you can't like. I don't know. I think they tried too much. I feel like the humor of like the human actors doesn't mesh well with the Tom and Jerry thing.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel very well integrated together.
Because like the human characters are making like, average kid movies, like Hotel for Dog jokes, where like Tom and Jerry
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry do like very violent slapstick. So it's like you'll get like, whoa, there are their Insta books and eye faces, and then you'll cut back to like Tom like brutally destroying Jerry.
Yeah, and I wish I knew. I'm not like, I don't know how to make movies. I wish because I feel like there's like a foreseeable way they could have done something like this more gracefully. I just don't know exactly how I would have done it. per se.
It feels like they're trying to justify the direction of a movie with the way it is. Like, they got all these actors, and you gotta justify having them be there.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, they all have to have like their own like arcs and like stories, I guess.
Rosa, you've been quiet. Do you want to say a few things about Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty alright. It's like, it's not like horrible or anything. It's not. It's pretty okay. It's just like, just a real okay.
Now, Rosa,
I do like the
I feel like there was a scene you really liked.
what scene?
A scene involving Spike the dog.
Oh yeah, I love the fact that he just starts rapping in the middle of the hallway, and everyone's just staring at him like, "Oh, look, rapping dog!"
He doesn't do that, no.
And then like, you hear it just like, "Hey, you know that dog at the hotel? He's singing!"
No, he doesn't do that. No, I was talking about the scene
Well,
where
now
he,
there's something you should know, so I'm here to tell you so. Don't sweat it. Forget it. Enjoy the show.
I like
Yeah,
was
yeah, that was
willing
like
to
his
totally
ending.
believe you.
No, Rosa likes the scene where Spike the dog like shits on the middle of like the road, and he makes a
No,
face.
I don't like the scene where he shits.
That's
I
worse.
like the afterglow of the scene.
The afterglow.
Yeah, the face he makes
Yeah, hold on.
afterwards.
Let me show the face Spike the dog does. Don't worry, if you're going to Tom and Jerry thinking there would be a dedicated Spike the dog shitting scene, there is. He also farts at some point, in case you were worried about that.
Don't call it the afterglow.
Yeah.
And then when he's done shitting, he looks back at like the manager man and he makes this face, and Rosa loves it.
Yeah.
It's so vindictive and malicious. Out of
I-
context, it looks so soft and homely.
uh,
It's sinister.
That's definitely like the worst. I feel like they did pretty good at like not ruining like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, honestly,
And
Tom and Jerry themselves are like I'll say this, like, give credit to like the people behind this movie. Everything involving Tom and Jerry themselves is pretty good.
Yeah, it's really solid.
Yeah, like they
It's
don't start
like a-
talking, they don't start singing really.
Well, Tom
Um,
technically sings.
He does, but it's like in a way that's like
He's horny.
sort of like
I think they
Yeah,
would do
it's-
it.
Yeah, that's in character.
Yeah, it's good.
They did it like how they
Yeah.
would do it like in the old shorts. Like it's like
Right.
a funny sing voice.
yeah. where it's not like his character like
Yeah.
doing a musical bit, really.
And like a lot in Angel, there's like a lot of callbacks to like scenes, to like bits in like the old cartoons.
Yeah.
Jerry does the thing where he collapses his hand and like tries to make sure Tom doesn't look, and then he punches him in the eye.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Tom does floss, yes.
He does floss for like 2 seconds. I don't I don't want to say that this is like a conspiracy, but sometimes it feels like it's like we have to put one floss. Just like an executive just comes in. I want one floss in this movie, or we're shutting this project down.
One breath floss? Alright, coming up.
I am Dr. Mario, and I am saving lives. I think the big thing I've seen, if anyone's ever talks of this movie, it's usually the animation. And my general thoughts are Tom and Jerry themselves move and look fine for the most part. I think everything involving them is like pretty dang good. Most of the other animals, though, lean on SpongeBob 4D look.
Yeah,
And they're not as
yeah.
good looking. Tom and Jerry look great. They move and look great, but everyone else is a little My usual go-to like example of this is like the rat character from the start of the film. I'll put him on screen right now.
Don't post the rat.
He looks like this, and he's
like Pichola.
he's really ugly. But it's weird because like Tom and Jerry there was definitely more effort put into Tom and Jerry than anyone else.
Yeah, this was probably a very cheap movie to make, and I guess they knew where the most important part to put their money in was.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's you know
Gemma.
don't it's I wish that it was the style they went with. They tried to do like sort of like cell shaded, like it looks 2D but it's CGI sort of thing. But I think it just something about it is just not quite there enough
Yeah.
to be like convincingly good.
They're really close because like there's a lot of scenes with Tom and Jerry that look really good. Like those two characters usually look really good, but almost everyone else just does not.
Yeah, I think it just like a result of like just having to make it into a full like movie and just justify like what they're using the budget for.
Also, I guess this explains why this is, like Tom and Jerry are barely in their movie because they had to like allocate their resources.
Oh, God, that's a scene that made me laugh. Where like you can tell they perfectly angled the camera so they didn't have to put Spike the dog on the scene. They just made the guy move the leash around to make it look like he was there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you know, you can make a movie cheap and have it be good, but
Yeah.
this is a pretty this idea is pretty ambitious. There are some ambitious things here that I don't know where I was going with that. You know, something that surprised me about this movie, the soundtrack. You know, this is a very like marketable kids movie.
Yeah.
And you know, I expected a lot of like contemporary music, but what surprised me is like most of the music is like specifically hip hop.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't.
I kind of liked
it's
it.
Kind of
honestly,
weird.
I was kind of into
I mean,
the music that played during like the Tom and Jerry stuff. Like oh, this works.
Yeah, it's not like I wouldn't say it's like. I'm not saying it's like bad. I just wasn't expecting that really. I just wonder like what. I don't know what like the idea behind that was, because it's not something I don't think any other Tom and Jerry thing has really gone for that ever.
I mean,
Usually they just have some kind of like,
This is the Sponge on the Run for Tom and Jerry. This is their big Hollywood music moment.
Right. Yeah.
Before
I don't know what else. Oh,
Cersei.
I was gonna mention.
Oh, you can go first.
Sorry, they didn't. It did surprise me. They didn't have like the Tom and Jerry music at all in this.
Oh yeah, they didn't.
Which is weird. They had like the end, like the end screen, like the classic the end thing from Tom and Jerry, but they did not have the Tom and Jerry music, which is weird. Okay, continue, Ryan.
I was gonna say, Cersei was practically begging me to talk about the elephants in the movie. That like their gimmick is they speak in like emoji text speak. They go like LOL, BRB.
What?
Do they?
Why?
Yeah, there's like elephants and they like speak in like text. They go like, I got to BT dubs. I'm out of here.
The other thing I remember like that was the fish that had the poop emoji.
Oh god, there's a lot of like thought
Yeah.
bubble emoji scenes in this movie.
You know,
It's really weird.
you know what I noticed?
Yeah.
We never got to see the scene where like Tom gets hit by the bus.
Yeah, that's not in the
Mhm.
movie.
Yeah. Where would that have played, you think?
I kept expecting that was going to be like the start. Like what I was expecting was the movie would start with Tom and Jerry destroying a house, and they go to New York and they kind of meet back up.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Right.
god, the fucking interrogation scene. There's one scene in the movie where
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
randomly.
Yeah. I
it's-
wrote that down.
It's
I did.
it's randomly like edited very differently from the rest of the movie. Like text appears behind everyone. Like it's like shot like really weirdly and differently from the rest of the movie. It's so weird.
It's edited like a Twitter like promotional clip. Like
Yeah.
you have subtitles to it. I don't know why they did that. All the voices, there are some like talking animals. All the voices are like celebrity voices,
Hmm.
except for Tom and Jerry, where they just use like old archived audio.
Which is good. I'm glad they kept them silent.
Yeah,
Part
yeah.
of us.
But yeah, that part was kind of weird. Though with Spike, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Spike's
I feel
fine.
like Spike did have a celebrity voice, but I think he did a pretty good job. Like it didn't sound like a lot of the other voices were just like, yeah, they just got some celebrity to voice the alley cat.
And this is the celebrity voicing the
Was he-
pigeon character.
Plus,
I
Spike,
hated those pigeons.
Spike didn't get to speak much too, so
He doesn't talk a lot.
no. But when he talked, it was really something. All right,
Oh god,
right, Spike?
I don't want to think about all the weird stuff in this movie that like because like since it's live action, you think about this stuff where like how some animals are like like anthropomorphized and like walk around and talk, but then like Tom and Jerry like are like just cartoon people, and then like the girl cat's like just an actual cat, and like I don't want to think about all the implications of this world.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of always been the thing with Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah, no, of course it's just more noticeable here because like they're in the real world, I guess.
Yeah, and it's more of like it feels more like world building things are in here.
Did you notice that like when they're like the kitchen, like the hams are like cartoon hams?
Yep.
Yeah, and like the dead fish at the
Mhm.
fishing place
Yeah.
were all cartoon fish.
My favorite moment
That-
was when the love interest complimented the protagonist by saying, "You got the funny."
This is not an isekai. How do you say that?
Isekai?
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 Yeah.
Somebody just called that. This is not an isekai.
Nope.
It's like they just exist. I kind of like that. I kind of like how the movie just starts and it's like Tom and Jerry they just exist.
Yeah.
I kind of appreciated they didn't feel the need to like explain really like, oh, Tom and Jerry, well, what are they doing in New York? Like, why is Spike
The epic
Like here-
origin
like-
story?
the epic? Yeah, no, because like the Tom and Jerry cartoons, they wouldn't explain anything.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of put you in a
Exist.
situation and be like, yeah, whatever. They're just a cat and a mouse. You can put that anywhere.
I feel like the people behind this knew Tom and Jerry enough. Like this isn't like a project made by people who just don't get it at all. Like they knew, like people, you don't need to explain Tom and Jerry. People know what their deal is. They can do anything.
Yeah.
Right. I haven't seen the 90s one, but I feel like this is better.
It probably is. Yeah.
I mean, it feels more, I think it feels closer to like what a Tom and Jerry movie would be. Yeah. Do I have anything else?
Yeah. Anyone else?
Droopy.
Anyone else? Oh yeah, Droopy is the Joker in this movie. There's a point in
Yeah,
the movie in the
he-
background where we can see Droopy is dressed as the Joker.
And then he gets arrested.
He does get arrested after that. Yeah.
I don't even want to spoil like what that was. I think the Droopy moments. That was when he's in the
So wait,
in that
like
cage. It's really
he's
funny.
advertised as the Joker, like on a billboard, but he also gets arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
Is Droopy just the go-to like cameo character for every single like classic animated project now? Like, oh, we need like a random character to play. Just put Droopy there.
Yeah, he's pretty fucked up if you think about it.
Yeah, I like the Droopy cameos. They're pretty fun. Almost seemed like they were hinting at like a oh, they're gonna do like a cinematic. No. Uh,
Yeah. Any other final thoughts on Tom and Jerry?
I like the Angel Devil thing. I wrote that down. That's probably one of my favorite like dialogue jokes they did. I guess because it actually involved Tom.
Mhm.
Like they do the thing where he has like the angel and the devil on his shoulder, and they're like trying to like, oh Tom, don't go up there, don't mess with Jerry. I thought that was pretty well written. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I wish the movie had more sort of humor in that line.
Mhm.
Again, it's like the stuff for the people is just very. It's very Nickelodeon movie.
Yeah. Very
Very
Hotel for
unaccompanied.
Dogs.
Yeah.
I liked it just about as much as I like Sonic.
I wouldn't go that far. I don't know. I like Sonic more. I'm saying.
No, I like this.
Sonic
About,
didn't
I like this about the same amount. I like Sonic. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know.
I would both put them like the top of my like cartoon animals in the real world tier list, but like they're like still like 2 pegs under like I would say Detective Pikachu, which I consider the best one.
All right.
Detective Pikachu was a good movie. Can we talk about that? I watched that one.
Ooh, speaking of Pikachu, was there a fucking a Pokemon Direct?
There might as well not have been. They didn't say anything about Pokemon Sleep.
That's true. What the fuck happened to that game?
It went to sleep.
Damn.
You want? Have I talked about my theory for Pokemon Sleep?
Oh, please tell us.
Okay, so like what I think is like it's an issue of like miscommunication. I think like some like intern at Game Freak was like making some sort of Pokemon alarm clock program or something like small like that, something like vaguely sleep related that was just small in their spare time. But like somehow like they told someone and they told someone else, and word got around Game Freak that they're making like Pokemon Sleep, which was this like Pokemon Sleep app that was like totally in depth and totally like revolutionary somehow, and like got exaggerated through word of mouth. It got to the point where they like included it in like a direct, and they like made a big deal of announcing it, and then the intern was like too scared to admit that he was just making an alarm clock, and so it like became vaporware.
Everything in that direct they did like a year ago, like Pokemon Sleep and the Detective Pikachu Switch port, has gone completely missing.
Oh yeah, Detective Pikachu is gonna be on this.
But
What
they don't want to
happened
acknowledge what like Tim looks like in the game.
there?
I
Yeah.
always I need to look him up. He looks like a Disney sequel character.
He does.
Oh my god.
Google Images is like only showing the live action one, probably rightfully so.
No one played this game.
So I guess we'll just go in order for what they. Do we want to talk about the CGI Post Malone concert before we talk about the actual news?
Only saw that for 2 minutes. It was hilarious.
It's cute and all, but like, there's a point where like Post Malone is just singing in front of a bunch of T-posing Pokemon. It's the funniest thing in the world. They won't let me shrink Tim. I'm trying to shrink Tim.
Oh my gosh.
Tom Cruise.
Nate.
It's a Christopher Robin character.
Yeah, he looks like I said. He looks like a Disney sequel character. All right, let me get Post Malone T-posing on screen, then we can talk about things that actually like we care about.
I'm glad Post Malone taught Lugia what sex is.
That's true.
That's how the baby one happened.
Post,
Oh my god.
Post Malone sang a song about sex while Lugia was flying next to him. Oh, I can't wait for the Katy Perry one.
Did Game Freak like know he was gonna sing like TPCI? Did they know that he was gonna sing about sex?
I mean,
Because they like
They
censored
animate
it, so like I guess they had to, but like why?
I don't know. They did the whole Pokemon Master Sex thing.
That was an accident.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe it wasn't. That's the
Pokemon
other
Monster.
conspiracy theory.
Do I not
Oh.
have the T-posing images on my... I can just go get them from Twitter real fast.
Come on, Ryan. This is your show.
Unprofessional.
Awkward.
Awkward.
Okay. I found it. All right. So look at this image of just like these floating T-posing Pokemon from the Post Malone. Like, I love it because I've seen Pikachu's T-pose like from Smash Bros, and he's doing exactly it in this image.
Oh my god, it's Pokemon Float 3. Oh my god, it's Pokemon Float. Oh my god, look at him, Pokemon Float. Oh my god, Millie confirmed. Oh my god, look at that.
They should recontext. They should like redo like Pokemon floats.
They should all be
Like, they should
T-posing.
bring it back. They should bring it
Post
back.
Malone should be there.
Yeah, they should frame it as like a Post Malone concert, and then like Smash Brothers history channels will be like, this might actually be a reference to the Post Malone event.
I just I love
Post Malone fans when Post Malone gets deconfirmed for Smash.
I just love they didn't bother to like pose them at all. Like, you know, like most parade floats are kind of, because they're supposed to be like parade float balloons, and you know, parade float balloons are usually like a little pose. I love there's like just throw the T pose and make them float around.
Yeah.
It's Post Malone, we're sorry about that.
Let's go to the Post Malone Pokemon concert and get crushed under the T-posing Dragonite balloon.
That's like a massive balloon, that's scary.
Yeah, if that popped and fell on someone, they'd die.
Alright, let's talk about the actual Pokemon news for now. The first thing in the Super Pokemon Galaxy Direct was they showed off more Pokemon Snap, and that game looks fun and good.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like...
Yeah.
Does anyone have any strong thoughts on Pokemon Snap? I feel like everyone's like, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I have like
Yeah,
thoughts on
that's
them, but I
good.
feel like a tool when I say them.
No, it's okay.
Uh-oh.
I already said Sonic wasn't very good, so I mean, you can go off.
I just like, I'm not as into the vibe in this one. It like it looks really pretty, but like it feels a lot more like cleaned up, and also I'm not as fond of like the gameplay of like, I don't know, looking for all these specific moments as opposed to just like trying to get the best picture
Mhm.
and like working with the game's like grading criteria. Like, I guess that was objectively kind of like a janky mechanic, but I thought it was like kind of more like fun, I guess.
The original Pokemon Snap is very much like the peak of like Gen 1 Pokemon. Todd Snap is the most Gen 1 character ever made, and I don't think they want to acknowledge him ever again, and they're scared of him.
I wouldn't acknowledge him either.
There's something like dislikable about Todd Snap,
Wow,
even though he's
Todd.
not much going on.
I was...
Jeez.
Jeez Louise.
Todd
Look,
Snap is gonna make me snap.
People like insult this guy, and he hasn't done anything. And I'm like, I guess I get it. He has this like purple shirt.
I mean, so does Seep.
The only thing that Todd Snap has done is he shot Brock with a sniper rifle.
You did?
Yeah.
Not the worst thing you could have done.
Is Brock dead?
He is now. if he wasn't dead before now, he is now.
Oh.
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 A moment of silence to mourn our fallen Brock.
Alright, let's get Discord started. Let's talk about the Diamond and Pearl remake.
Looks fine.
Wait. I want to talk about Pokemon Snap. They got rid of Pester Balls, so like fuck that.
What did you put in? What did you put in?
Now, Ryan, no need to be pointing fingers for your own mistake.
What did you? I spelled skip right now. Stop. Sorry, my Sherman. Regal Crown Club. Sherman.
Ryan, are you okay? You're kind of rambling right now, Ryan. What's wrong?
She taught Snap.
Okay.
You did Todd Snap there a little bit.
All right.
Are you alright?
No, I'm not alright.
Can you get back on topic, please?
So Pokemon
Jeez.
Diamond and Pearl, I think the big thing I have a few. I hate being like a bitch about this stuff, but like I'm not super excited for what they've shown so far.
Uh-oh, Ryan said Game Feet lied. Hashtag bring back the decks,
I
Ryan.
said all of those things.
Uh-oh.
I feel like Pokemon remakes in the past have always been kind of a big deal for like they like to like do a lot of new and weird different things with remakes, and I tend to like that more than like just doing the straight remake. I think it's fun to like see different character designs and like, you know, different ideas. And everything they've shown so far, down to the fact they even like changed the trainer design, it looks like it's just a 3D version of Diamond and Pearl. And I'm already not a big like Sinnoh fan. I just like this like, yeah, it's yeah, that one's fine.
Yeah, like the also gonna be competing with like the Platinum. Like, is it gonna have like the content from like Platinum 2, or is it just gonna have the Diamond and Pearl one? Because like, it's really hard to sell to just like make a remake of a game, but like Diamond and Pearl, which also has like lacking content compared to like Platinum. I don't know.
Oh god, you
It's
think
like if they're look.
I can't imagine if they bring the exact Diamond and Pearl decks back and don't have any of the added fire types.
If they do that, I'm gonna like lose all hope in like TPCI.
Like, they really gotta do more. At least gotta do like at least quality of life changes and like add in more content than the original combined.
Yeah.
We've gotta do more.
And I can't really be down about like them doing something drastic, not doing like anything too drastic with like the remake, because like just also like that open world game
I will get there.
going on.
Yeah, we'll get there. I just want to talk about this like in the moment, though. I'll say like, for me, maybe there's stuff they're hiding. Maybe they did like change up the gym leaders a bit, like they changed their stuff, or there's something we don't know about that makes the remake more exciting. But like for a base reveal trailer, I thought it was like just very uninteresting.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of just like jarring because like this is the first remake where like they didn't really like. It doesn't seem like they're trying to enhance it, or just port it, and it's like unfortunate because Sinnoh deserves that a lot.
Yeah, I said this earlier. Sinnoh's not a thing of generation I'm like a huge fan of, and I always feel like if anything needed like a big remake rework, it was always Sinnoh. So the fact it's the exact same, it's like, oh. It
hurts because like I like grew up with Sinnoh, and like I like a lot about it, but a lot of it makes it like really hard to come back to. So I was hoping they'd like update it and like bring out its good qualities more, but like
it's also like a really fun generation in terms of like how mysterious it was with like these weird little things like the Haunted Mansion and then Dark Ride and then other stuff.
I guess we're gonna handle Poffin making. This is a weird thing to suddenly bring up.
I picked Chimchar.
What?
I picked Chimchar.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Someone in the chat's talking about the art style and okay, how do I don't want to be mean. I like
as you want, Queen.
I don't mind the concept. I think the idea of like chibi characters is perfectly fine with me. I liked it in Link's Awakening. I'd be fine with it here. I'm not the biggest fan of the execution. I think the colors are really lacking in this compared to the original. There's some areas where it works, where the lake area looks really good, but like some areas look really like drab. The lighting's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately one of his biggest issues. It's like its lighting is like making it look hard to look at. Especially with like the in-game battles models, you can honestly tell like they have some lighting issues. Like I hope they fix that down the line and maybe like do a lot more with like the lighting.
Yeah, a lot of it just comes down to the lighting being really like not good. And the overall is like okay, but like the battles just are not very good looking right now. They do look like nursery rhyme 1, 2, 3 ABC kids videos.
I'm assuming this is stuff that they're gonna like try and fix before release.
I hope.
Yeah,
I'm being optimistic.
That's kind of the look they go for, right?
What is ABC 1, 2, 3 nursery rhyme?
Didn't the Eevee game look like that?
The Eevee game had more, I want to say, lighting to it on the whole. I think it had baked-in textures was the thing, so like characters would have like lighting put onto their model, like they would do like in Brawl or something.
Okay.
Which I kind of like. I think that helps. But on the whole, I'm not super excited about the Diamond Pro remakes at the moment.
Yeah, it really needs to show a lot more before I could say like, oh, I would go for it.
I'm hoping so bad that it'll be good, but like I know it's gonna disappoint me in some way.
I do want to just bring this up because I have very strong thoughts about like this in particular. I feel like Nintendo spheres have a very weird thing where if anyone doesn't express immediate love for like a multi-billion-dollar company's product, you're deemed as like selfish, and I just think that's a very weird way to talk about products from a billion-dollar company. Can you imagine if like so they didn't like the new Coke flavor, and so it's like they worked so hard on this Coke flavor, and you were selfish and whined about it. We're like, there's like I just don't like the Coke flavor very much.
I need to find this picture. So he has it. Oh my gosh. It's like this Family Guy video someone did. Oh my gosh, here it is. I need you to put this on the screen. This is exactly what. Yeah. This is exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I Smash Bros is like that really badly. Like if you say you don't like the new Smash Bros thing at all, like you like think it's just whatever. Like people act like you like attacked Sakurai in his house with like a baseball bat.
Every time you don't like a Smash character reveal, Sakurai breaks another finger.
Here's the picture. It's like a chimera here.
Yeah.
Put this on your podcast screen, Ryan.
Fine.
Your little stream OBS, Ryan.
Yeah,
Ribbit.
I think Nintendo fans have kind of maybe some bad fandom brain rot, but
There it is.
Are you happy? Are you happy I put this on screen? Are you happy now?
I am. I think all the viewers are really going to connect with this image.
Why didn't you want me
see,
to
the Nintendo quote-unquote fans are just whining, crying babies who just don't care about the love, the mothering, and the nurturing that Nintendo provides. And look at Pyra and Mithra. They're there too. Look at that.
They're there too.
I remember when Nintendo. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Don't worry.
Like Mario's tits.
I was gonna say something about breastfeeding, but no.
No, we're not gonna talk about that. I do agree with Cersei say. I think Nintendo fans have a problem with acting like the company gifts you the games and doesn't make a product. It's very weird sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because
it isn't a gift.
Because I'll agree. If people are like being very like annoying about something, like I will say I think like the bring back National Dex thing was very annoying. Like I'll say that for sure. But like I think people take it a bit too far with like. I feel like now if you say anything negative about like a Nintendo thing, people are like, you asked for this for so long, and when you got it, you said you didn't like it.
More cheese, more macaroni.
Sorry.
Can we talk about non-binary Muriel for a second?
well, what do you have to say about non-binary Muriel?
One of my friends has a theory.
Yeah? Yeah, go on.
That Courage is afraid of women. But he likes Muriel because he has, like, empathetic dog sense and can tell that Muriel is a closeted non-binary person.
This is such a roller coaster of a theory, because it starts out in one direction and goes another, and you're left with, like, what was the point of that? You know? Why is Courage misogynistic? Like...
Yeah, can you... the things I do for love?
And hating women.
My friend said there's like an episode.
Women.
There's an episode where Courage like says "woman." Am I right? But I'm not sure if that's right.
You're not even sure if that's something he says.
That sounds like something he said.
I love going from Nintendo Peter Griffin to non-binary Muriel.
Oh.
Courage! I'm using they/them now. Muriel!
Muriel, I support you completely. I'm so glad you're not a woman.
Oh, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
I actually have like John R. Dilworth's business card. Let me give him a call.
No, don't ask John R. Dilworth about this.
Don't
John
get him
Dilbert.
involved.
The creator of Dilbert.
Courage kind of based. Shut the fuck up! Oh my god!
No.
Let's talk about Pokemon Super Duper Arceus.
Or as he's called in England, Super Duper Arceus.
Great, good one. So I've probably mentioned this somewhere before. I've felt very stagnated with Pokemon for a long time. What are you doing?
Who is that?
She's calling Courage's dad.
Are we gonna get a special John R. Dilworth
I want to
appearance on the podcast? Quick, write the art.
Hello?
Draw that screen art.
Hey, John. Yeah. You gave me a card and like a year or two ago. Yeah, the SVA thing. I was the one who called you out. No, like just pointing out who you are. So yeah, is Mira a day demi? Yeah. All right, thank you.
What do you say?
Rosa?
He told me an answer. He said not to tell anyone,
Oh god, we'll never know.
Oh my god.
but
This
he
is
wants to
gonna
know
be
if any of you are atheists.
Um,
I don't know why he will ask a question like that and then hang up.
I just want to point out this bit Rosa just done is pushed us to the highest view count we've ever had on this podcast.
what?
Like, people want to
50
know.
viewers.
People want to know.
This is the most anyone's shown up for this podcast, and it's for the non-binary mural misogynistic courage episode. Pokemon Arceus! Woohoo!
Yeah! Woo!
So I mentioned in the past where I felt very stagnant with Pokemon for a long time. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Sword and not Sword and Shield, I mean Sun and Moon. I skipped out on every like remake. I didn't even buy ORAS. I just don't. I felt very tired with it. So I've been a big advocate for them to do literally anything new for so long. And people sometimes are like, you want Pokemon Breath of the Wild, and I never exactly wanted that. I just kind of wanted something that was different and new. So seeing this trailer made me very excited that they're doing something new.
Perhaps it's something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
if you'd like to oblige, it maybe would like to get to know you.
Okay, what are you doing right now? Hold on. What's happening right now?
Hold on.
no!
No.
I love these audio bits that no one can hear.
They can't hear that?
No, they can hear it.
No, wait.
I'm going to fight you.
What's that? We're off to the movies, Sherman. Did you bring your Regal Crown Club card?
I must have left it someplace.
You mean sometime. To the way back.
Can you all talk about Pokemon now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
somebody-
It looks cool.
I think
Well,
the part of
yeah.
this is going to be like Don and Lucas. Like since this game takes place in like ancient times, I think Don and Lucas gone to the way back and they're going to get the Regal Crown Club card.
My God. Now that was Nightmare Arlo's jump scare. Ryan, why'd you do that? That's screwed up. You're ruining the show for our 50 viewers.
45 now.
Can you
46.
can you all talk about Pokemon?
It looks fun. They copied Breath of the Wild totally, but
Yeah, they're
I
in a
mean-
field.
Well,
I didn't even
field,
watch it.
like
I don't
Mario
know.
64.
I just saw some screenshots of it. It looks neat. It's like
Oh, yeah.
open world-ish, right?
Yeah, it's an open
Like-
world.
Yeah.
I feel like they haven't like shown enough for me to actually have an opinion on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
This feels like more like a concept trailer.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree
Well, what do you
with
think of
that.
the concept?
I mean, it's a really good concept. I just
Mhm.
care more about the execution because I don't trust Game Freak to execute anything anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Except their own franchise, am I right?
Yeah,
You know, execute it like kill it. You know.
I'll
Sorry.
definitely need to see more, but like, just the base concept is the most interesting thing they've done.
Seymour! Superintendent, I was just checking my cab.
Seymour,
Is
it's
it
a-
me?
Hey, why is there smoke coming out of Reverend Seymour?
Oh, that isn't smoke. It's steam. It's steam from the steamed clams we're having. Mmm, steamed clams. Bum bum bum. Superintendent, I hope you're ready for mouth-watering hamburgers. I thought we were having steamed clams. Oh no, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers. You call hamburgers steamed hams? Yes, it's so.
I don't,
you
think,
married?
I don't think they're gonna stop.
The chat yelling at me.
Seymour, the house is on fire!
No, mother, it's just the Northern Lights.
Well, Seymour, I must say you're an odd fellow, but you steam a good ham.
Help!
Sorry.
So we're gonna talk about how they turned Jerry's arms blue.
What?
Are we gonna talk about how they turned Jerry's arm blue?
No, shut up! We're talking about Pokemon!
You know, Jerry from Pokemon.
Who's Jerry?
It's the guy that got
Pokemon.
divorced from Beth, and then they did the little pickle thing. We just talked
You're
about this.
not
You can't even.
just saying words!
I feel like we've reached an event horizon.
Oh, what now?
The Flintstoffer is gonna explode any second now.
um,
Yeah, that's part of the podcast.
This is gonna be the
It's
episode where
on schedule.
Ryan reveals the podcast was in a concrete maze, and she's gonna burn the building down with her in it.
they're ready to start. Connection terminated. What does he say? Let me look up the whole transcript.
There'll be
for that. Recite
salvation
it on your stream.
There'll be salvation for
Look at
most
the
of you.
whole-
For most of you, there will be salvation. For one of you, though, the deepest depths of hell awaits.
Ryan,
So
you're
don't
already
keep the
there.
double waiting. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I want to talk about Pokemon. I have words.
Say your words.
I agree that what they showed isn't the most exciting, and it also looks very very poorly optimized, like very badly optimized right now. Chimchar moves 3 frames a second right now. If you watch the footage, but it's a year out from release, so I'm hoping a lot of that stuff gets fine tuned. I hope they have Cynthia's ancestor and she has big cool armor with a cool armor dragon. They should do that.
Whoa. I didn't think you were
Armor.
going to say armor there. Armor. All right. Armor. Yes.
But yeah,
big cool armor on Cynthia.
It really is about them just sticking to landing, because I feel like Pokemon does have a thing where
She doesn't know what we just said.
even
She doesn't even know.
even
Ryan, what do you think about the armor in this game?
what?
You know, it's like the trees bit from Origami King.
No, I'm ignoring you. I know you're all fine to fucking do. I'm trying to talk about Pokemon.
All right.
Pokemon,
all right.
even in the more stuff I didn't care about, Sword and Shield, they'll have ideas I like, but I feel like they never really stick the landing. So I guess the big thing is hoping that they do stick the landing this time, because they are the best about doing that.
I'll probably do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm really glad they're trying something new. At least I'm hoping it'll be good. But at the very least, it's great that they're doing something interesting.
I hope it works out, because I don't know if I could ever care again about a game where you fight 8 gym leaders ever again. I'm over it. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Greedy podcast runner forces co-hosts to care about Pokemon for views.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a PokeTuber now. Here's my Lucario mascot character. Welcome to the top 10 worst Pokemons. I don't know what Game Freak was thinking this one. Number 10, Love Disc. Whoa, what is this thing even exists? I don't get it.
Travis, I mean, it's literally a trash bag, and trash bags are cringe!
Hey,
Yeah.
This is what Ash could look like in the future. A beard.
God damn.
Why can't we get this in the anime? Why can't Ash be as old as me?
I'm
What can
30.
Ash have a beard?
I think Ash should have like 7 girlfriends, and he should be ripped and have scars and beards.
Yeah, what is he gonna ask Serena and Misty out? What the heck? What is he, 10?
I want to have Ash
What
have
if
a big
Pikachu smokes
muscles.
weed?
I want Ash to have a big beard and a Jake tattoo.
I want Link to have
No,
a beard
Pikachu tattoo.
and be played by Tom Holland, and he's in a realistic medieval setting, and he fights a dragon, and Zelda's
Did
there.
they cancel that movie?
I think
Or
they did.
whatever that was?
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
Ash looks
I was
like
kind of curious about that.
the fucking image of Max Goof grown up in that one pose.
Put that on the screen, Ryan. Riveting.
Nah.
Do it. Do it.
Alright, fine.
Do it.
Give me 1 second.
Really did not
the
take much
thoughts
for
on
me to
that?
do that.
As I get it, does anyone else have any final thoughts on anything Pokemon related?
Get ready, Don fans. This is how Don is going to reappear in the Pokemon anime.
I like those funny images of like Chibi Don being feral.
That is the
I
best
really
one.
like Chibi Don as a concept. I think
Yeah.
she's funny. I think that justifies the art style in itself.
That's
Mhm.
true.
I've never seen the character so violent.
She does
I
look
think
really
you just
cool.
cool.
like
Like the
characters
freak
who are
or
violent,
mermaid.
Rosa.
What?
I think you just like characters who are violent, Rosa.
No, she is violent, though. She's a violent character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rosa's a violent character.
Where's
You're
your
like
fruit?
Wakes
the,
up every day.
You're like, what's a chainsaw? Isn't there like a chainsaw character in something? It's like, oh, there's a crazy. You're like the Rico or something, right?
Is Gen 4 the one with Ronald McDonald in it?
What? Gen 4?
Yeah, from Pokemon.
Yeah, Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
He's the Elite Four member.
What?
Right, what is this?
I put Max Goof on screen like you'll ask me to.
Oh, this is a fucking god. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, the chainsaw character has been unleashed!
Run for your lives!
I just wanted to say I hate that guy. I hope he's not in the Gen 4 remix. They'll replace him with anyone else.
Max?
Which guy?
The Ronald McDonald character from Gen 4.
Wait,
Oh
did
my
someone
God,
play
the
Christmas?
chainsaw!
Not doing
Turn
this.
that up. Can they actually not hear any of that?
No, I haven't really turned down on my end.
Why?
It's time to talk to you about something we watched or played this week.
No, wait a second. But like, didn't we? So like, you just broke down earlier with like no explanation when I posted that Regal Crown Club card.
I can vaguely hear it, but it's like very turned down, so they can barely hear it because we're all talking over it.
You really lost it there.
Wait, audience, can you hear these, like, the things we're listening to? Let us know in the comments below.
Oh, they should
And they're not playing right now.
they should put Looker in Pokemon Legends. They can have like ancient Looker, and he's there. I don't know what he's doing.
Have we just been, like,
Looker?
sounding insane this whole time?
Yes.
Then why did you add the spot?
I don't know, to listen to music before we started as we were just hanging out. That's the main reason I added it.
To
were
listen to
playing
Discord
Discord.
3 times in a row?
Yeah.
You're insane.
I know.
Do you think
I am.
Duck Hunt was the best character they added post Brawl?
Yeah.
I was genuinely thinking about this. Like, I don't know, something about that is like, you think like if they made a Nintendo like fighting crossover game where you could play as the dog from Duck Hunt, and that just it's something about it just so it's like really simple but ingenious. I feel.
It just works so well.
K-Rool's definitely my favorite, but I think Duck Hunt Dog's the best idea. And-
Yeah. Okay.
I think Duck Hunt Dog is usually considered like a cringe character now. Like, oh, this is a cringe character they added instead of someone with a legacy or what the fuck ever. But I like characters like that.
I think
Yeah,
Duck Hunt has more legacy than, like, anyone.
Yeah, honestly, and like it gets to like represent like a certain like peripheral that was released that Nintendo had. The NES Zapper is like one of the most iconic like Nintendo accessories. You know,
Yeah, he, like, represents his game, but also, like, this whole, like, facet of Nintendo history that's super cool. It, like,
Yeah, I
brings in
agree,
a whole
yeah.
lot of elements, and then, like, all like comes together in like a zoner play style that's really projectile based. That's
Mm.
like super flavorful for the zapper.
Uh-huh. And then you have like you have Rob, who's like sort of like an
Rob.
obscure, like weird part of Nintendo's history, but also sort of like, you know, that accessory did help boost the NES back in the old days. Then you have Ice Climbers. I was thinking about this. What does Ice Climbers add?
I'm gonna be
It's
honest with you. I like the Ice Climbers, but like, if you had to get rid of one of the retro characters, like you absolutely had to, I'd probably axe Ice Climbers first, if I'm being honest.
I mean, they did.
Yeah, I guess they did.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it, and just like Ice Climber, just kind of like an NES game. There's
Oh,
not. It didn't have like any special accessories. I mean, is there something interesting about its like history that I don't know
No,
about? Was it like the first game to like use the jump button or
absolutely
something?
not.
I remember hearing
Yeah.
something about it being like some example of something in a multiplayer game. I don't remember what it was, and I feel like it might not have been true. I feel like it was
Did
just
it have like?
because in Melee, I guess Sakurai just wants to do characters he thought would have cool gameplay, and so he just like brought the Ice Climbers because he wanted to have two of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If Smash Ultimate's whole thing was that everyone is here, what characters do you think would have not made it in?
Young Link, Peachy probably wouldn't have got in, but like it's a good thing that she's here. I think.
I
Mario.
think they would have. Yeah, Mario. I think they
Why?
might have
Cloud.
gotten rid of.
What did Mario do?
So, like,
Oh, you haven't heard?
Oh,
Oh.
no!
Mamma mia! Mario drama, and it shows like the frowning robot chicken Mario.
so like, does
Why
Banjo
are we
like,
talking about Smash?
I know, you
does
brought it
Banjo
up.
like change? Like, does Banjo just shave his hands?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that. He's like they probably got the Donkey Kong model and like let's make a new mascot, and then like morphed it until it was a bear.
If I could have...
Banjo's a bit of a disgusting creature. He's like an ogre.
Be nice. I'll say if I could have one, like, Smash... I think if they weren't bringing every character back, I don't think Corrin would have come back.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
the whole thing about Smash Bros. This is maybe this is a bit of another nuclear take. I think everything involving Smash character discourse could all be traced back to Corrin.
that was the genesis of the
Anime Sword Fighter.
calamity.
Because every single character in Fire Emblem, like, is from a game people like. Is the best way to put it. Corrin is from a game that, like, from what I've gathered at every Fire Emblem fan I've ever talked to, most people don't even like the game Corrin's from.
Mm-hmm. Game wasn't even out when they were announced for Smash, in the US at least.
Yeah, very blatantly an advertisement.
Yeah.
Very
was like-
blatantly. And also, wait, you go first.
Well, they hyped it up with like the Smash ballot thing.
Hmm. It's the only time they've added a character to Smash, and I kind of just thought, this is a character who's here to sell me on something.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for Corrin starting like the anime sword fighter discourse, we would never get the like serial trench ranking.
I guess so. I guess so.
We just live what we were given.
Yeah.
I think they would have cut Kirby.
Cut Kirby?
Yeah,
Cut Kirby.
yeah. So it would have come in like, hey, Sakurai, can we put a move for Robot in? He's like, just remove that bitch from the game.
Take it out. I'm tired of hearing about this.
All right. Do we want to talk about something we played or watched this week?
Yes.
All right. What did you watch
No.
or play? Ignore Seep, Rosa.
We'll see.
No, I said you go.
No,
You-
ignore me.
Yeah. It's your turn.
So I played Starlinks.
Arlo's favorite game. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's well, I could see why this game is on constantly on deal, and it's really just like the Toys for Life game. The concept is really what probably killed it. You know, it's just like a nice little space flying game, which I enjoy, like space and like space flight and everything and dogfights. And I'm really enjoying the fact there are like Star Fox characters in it that do speak, have their own dialogue, and like these funny little intros, which is really neat. It's just nice to see these characters again, but they're sort of like in a game that's like very demanding of you to spend like a lot of money on it.
Starlink kind of came out after. It can't be a right to start podcast episode that criticized. What did we ever talk about Fire Emblem? This is like the first time we ever talked about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm forgetting something. Anyway, Starlink kind of came out for a fair time after like Lego Dimensions, which was kind of like the ending of like Toys to Life. I feel like I really missed the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed the ship.
I feel like the Toys to Life thing is a bit of just like a dream for like marketers wanting to like sell children really expensive things that I don't think like children enjoy or anyone else, and like no one else could possibly enjoy. I feel like it's like a bit of a money grab, and I feel like people just like got sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's no coincidence any discussion about this game always comes back to the Star Fox stuff. I think people just kind of want another Star Fox thing.
Yeah. And like, yeah, it's like even though it doesn't like play like Star Fox, it's still at least like when you use like the Star Fox stuff, you get some of like the Star Fox thing going on. Being able to use like Smart Bomb, but like with different characters. Though I realized that like you only unlock those characters if you buy like the Star Fox pack, which is dumb.
Yeah,
And I think that's what like hold this game back for like being like a thing to enjoy is that like it was all made around the preference of like being a Toys for Life games, and I think that's what would really kill it.
maybe they should have just made a Star Fox game. Maybe they should have just got that team to make a Star Fox game.
Yeah, just forget about the continuity, man. Maybe do it for Command. You know, did that with Metro, and that turned out fine for them. I don't know. Maybe just forget about Command happened, and just like you have like they could just have like a good cast of like funny characters, and they're not really doing much for that.
I feel like there was a point in time where Nintendo kind of considered Star Fox like a main series for them, like one of their big things. It's very funny because I don't think it's remotely that anymore.
No.
It's like in timeout still because of Star Fox Zero.
Time
Star
out.
Fox Zero was like you can come out of timeout if you early if you act on your best behavior, and then people hate Star Fox Zero.
My best behavior.
And then Slippy Toad came in with his popcorn machine.
Hey, Slippy, I told you not to bring that in there.
Make me look good, Slippy.
Well, I'm sorry. I just
What is Goofy doing? I don't remember.
He walks up to give Max a kiss, and then the popcorn machine goes crazy.
You make me look good, and then it fills up the whole house. You make me shine, and they pop out of the roof.
God,
Yes.
they can't even port Star Fox Zero to Switch because it depends so much on the Wii U gamepad, and that game sold like 3 copies, so I don't imagine they would care much to do it.
You know what they gotta do?
But
You gotta not remake the same game like a 5th time.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like people are kind of, that's part of like, people just kind of sick of that.
Like,
You know,
go on, Rosa.
like that game isn't like the most optimal version of that game is just like the 3DS one. Like it's just really no point in like remaking the game. Like it's
Yeah,
already
look it
pretty
up.
much been perfected. Just keep going with like a different story or something.
Because like
yeah.
there's basically 4 different versions of the original Star Fox now. There's the one for the SNES, there's one for the N64, there's the remake of the N64, and then Star Fox Zero is another retell. They've done four separate games based on like the same idea now.
I guess it might be like a, you know, like a Miyamoto thing. Everyone says where like it's sort of like focus more. Like the story doesn't really matter if the gameplay is good.
It's just really him trying to reinvent the wheel when like you don't need to. The wheel's good enough.
Yeah,
Maybe just like mix something else.
just mix it up a little. Just like tell a different story. Go to like different, I don't know, things. I don't know what they do. Like go to the real world, be tiny little tiny little animals in the real world. That would sell Switches.
Oh man,
Breath of the Wild, Star Fox. Starlinks is pretty much like that. That's what Starlinks is. Like Breath of the Wild, Star Fox. Because you're actually going around doing like little quests, just collecting stuff, scanning like life forms, traveling to different planets. Really, it's sort of just like I don't know. It's like
I wanna
there's things you could do with it.
I want to step back real fast. I really like the idea of like a 3-foot tall Star Fox live action movie where he's like in a car in the booster seat.
Yeah, and he's got a health discount. I'm the captain of my own space team, and something I've learned is that you always got to be there for your teammates. And Clarissa, she's your teammate. That's your crew. It's your family. You're right. I should really go back and apologize.
Okay.
Do a U-turn.
Do a U-turn.
You got
Check your G diffusers.
Got any other thoughts, Rose, on Starlink, Star Fox?
I enjoy.
I enjoy.
It's pretty affordable. At least I got like this neat figure, which I realized like, oh yeah, you don't need the figure to like play it. But like they do really want you to pay a shit ton just for like all the add-ons, just use different weapons. One way or another.
Okay. Well, maybe someday they'll make the Starlink team will to make a Star Fox game like they clearly want to. Rosa, or I mean not Rosa, sorry. Seep or Gwen, did you two play or watch anything this week?
I don't know. Did we?
Besides,
I mean, I did. I just figured that you would go first because you're like the not guest. And like you're like it goes Rosa, Seep, Gwen on the screen right there.
Does it? I guess
Yeah.
it does. Should I go then?
yeah.
What did I watch? Let's see. I watched Tom and Jerry. That was a movie I watched. I've been playing a lot of Spore.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, I've been playing Mario Galaxy. I had a lot of moments playing Mario Galaxy for the first time. I was like, hey, they did this in Sonic Lost Worlds. Hold on. Like there's like tubes you run around sometimes, and there's like I can't think of many other examples, but I smell a lawsuit. I don't know if Nintendo could get away with this. They're copying Sega's brilliant ideas.
Wait, I kind of zoned. Were you accusing Mario Galaxy of being a Sonic Lost World ripoff?
Right, kind of is. Kind of is. I don't know. It kind of is.
When Luigi in those missions where you have to rescue him, Sonic kind of lost his little, or Mario kind of lost his little buddy.
Yeah, yeah. This time he wasn't too slow to save him.
So I assume you've been playing Mario Galaxy on the Switch, right? How does that control with like the pointer like gyro controls instead of like the Wii remote?
Let's see. I have played Galaxy 2 with the Wii remote, and I remember that. It was fine. On the Switch, honestly, I don't know what I was really expecting, but it's actually kind of surprised that I feel like for me it works pretty well, and I have a good understanding of like, you do have to like recalibrate it every now and then, but like that's just like, you just push a button and it goes back to the center, and I feel like once you wrap your head around that, it feels pretty natural to me, is what I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's fun playing a game sometimes where you like wiggle your hand and the character does something. I feel like we've been kind of been in a lull where we haven't been getting as much of those lately.
Not enough wiggle levels?
Yeah, like Donkey Kong Country. Like it's been a while since we got another one of those games where like you can shake the remotes and like Donkey Kong slams on the ground. Sometimes you just want to do that, I understand a lot of people don't want to do that, and so they've gotten better at like pressing button options. But yeah, honestly, I think I'd rather on the Switch to have this kind of stuff, just because I just don't like the Wii Remote is so cumbersome to use. I feel
Wow.
without like uses uses batteries.
Hater. That's my Dewey Duck
I'm-
line.
I worked so hard on the Wii Remote.
I just it's
You
I just hate
have
the
4
battery.
more controllers.
I just hate how the batteries work, and like you have to plug like the nunchuck in, and it's like a separate thing. I don't know. It's like, it was fine when the Wii was new, but like after so many years, it's like I don't want to find another pair of batteries to put in my Wii Remote because the old ones died
Now,
when I
do
left it in there.
Do I do I know the feeling of not having batteries for your Wii Remote?
That happened on your stream.
Last night, yep.
That-
Mhm.
Oh,
This
yeah.
won't be a problem when they port my Sims.
That's true.
But yeah, I've also watched 2 episodes, but like 11 minutes of the newest season, Close Enough, that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something we can talk about. Yeah, I think so far, I think it's an improvement on the last one. It definitely, there's like some weird things about the last season that like, so it was like originally written. JG Quintel's Close Enough was originally written for like a half-hour format,
Yeah.
and then they cut all the episodes down to 11 minutes. So there's a lot of remnants of that in the first season, where like every episode would have an A plot and a B plot, but like because it's only 11 minutes, it would kind of be like an A plot and like a D plot. But this season it's more. They definitely probably wrote it for 11 minutes because now there's just like it's just like they just tell one story all the way through. I think that works pretty well. And yeah, I mean, I haven't watched a ton of episodes of it yet. But yeah, it's going well.
Did you get to the superhero episode?
I did not. I did see that clip. I just want to say, disclaimer: anyone who hasn't watched the show, most of it is not like that. It's not. It is not a Gumball season 6 cartoon for adults. It's not. I
It doesn't
promise.
open your third eye.
It might prod at your third eye sometimes.
Reddit show.
It's definitely more pop culture conscientious and like overt than regular show was, which we've talked about before when the first season was out.
Yeah.
What?
That's Mordecai. I'm in the podcast now. Whoa, how did I get here?
Hey Mordecai, liar CP at it again. Stop calling me a liar on my own show, on my show.
Yeah, dude, it's his
Actually-
show.
Technically, it's owned by the Skin of Seep.
What? Where?
Yeah, it's right
Where's
here in the
that?
contract. Look, in the lease.
What do you mean?
Yeah, look, it's here in the lease. It says this building is owned by the Skin of Seep.
Oh yeah,
It's owned by... What?
is it right there?
Yeah.
Fine
When
print.
did that happen?
And
When did the
we-
deed shift hands? What happened to your like
Uh,
uncle?
It never. Well, guess your uncle. Guess the uncle was wearing the skin.
What?
Wait. This is concerning lore. I hope someone's like updating the wiki.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say, just about Gumball real fast. How does that one same fucking clip get like shared around like once a month with someone acting like it's the first time ever seeing it?
I mean,
It's gotta
like,
be jokes. It's gotta be jokes, right? It's gotta
I
be
feel like
jokers.
statistically it has to be someone's first time seeing it.
But it's never like animation Twitter. It's always like normal people Twitter posting about it. Like, whoa, this is the only cartoon with the
Yeah.
balls to say this nowadays.
I mean, yeah,
Really?
exactly. If they're normal people, they aren't like super online about cartoons like we are and have already like
I guess so.
I guess because
had,
we're
had
so.
their moment about
I guess
this.
we're like so online. We don't really talk about it, and if normal people just talk about it, because like, whoa, I've never seen this before.
Whoa! They
You know,
said
it's
social
sort of
justice. They said social justice warriors on The Simpsons. Why aren't we talking about that?
You remember Mr. Burns owned them?
No. Well, yeah, but I'm talking about a more recent.
Remember the
instance.
very good, smart writing idea to have the old rich white man own the social justice warriors epically?
I do remember that. He would. I'm going to yell. I'm going to own those.
Remember when
stupid
Peter
college
Griffin
students.
owns the millennials?
Remember when Brian Griffin wrote an offensive tweet? And,
Brian Griffin gets canceled.
This episode's a perfect example. I feel like there's like a YouTuber that's like, I usually don't like Family Guy, but this episode talking about Brian's issues with cancel culture, I think this is a really good example of a good modern Family Guy episode.
It's okay, honey. Good say, Mr. Enter.
I'm zipping my lips. Anyway.
Admiral animation. Brian gets cancelled.
Okay. Gwen D'Olivia.
I've been very testy this podcast. I need to calm down.
You do need to
We've been
calm down,
testing you
Ryan.
this podcast.
I guess so. I guess you've all driven me insane and I'm rude.
I didn't
Well,
even do
this is
Yeah.
what you get for listening to Discord.
howling at the
I
moon.
mean, yeah.
Gwendo
You
Skeleton.
have been sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon.
What
Well,
did
there's a video I've been watching recently. It's
Turn it up, Ryan, so everyone can hear.
Audience will applaud you.
Please.
Okay,
It's
that's cool. I'm not very fast at reading, though. You know, I really like to read, but
Okay.
all I have are phone books.
That's alright, sweetheart. We'll do it the way. So I'll begin, and you just.
Are we
follow
just
my
sitting here
lead.
silently while this plays?
Ready? I think that you're rather unique.
Where's it
Perhaps
playing on
you're
stream?
something new. And if you like to oblige, I like to
Apparently
get to
it
know
is.
you.
You seem fundamentally fun. I feel like being your friend. Let's see the big city sights and find how well we blend.
Brian is a
You won't
benevolent
mind if I
dictator.
say
I
I'm
wonder if
sitting
DC
by
I
your
wonder if, like,
smile.
the
I
people
hope
who
you
wrote this is
like
gonna
all my jokes
DMCA
and that
us.
you'll stay for a while.
I get that you're human.
That'd be
I hope
hilarious.
so.
At least
That would
I
mean he has to like
understand.
take responsibility
It
for
seems
making
your passion
Tubby
rubs
Bubby
off.
Pony like
It's
this.
better than
Bleeding
I
viewers.
Started something
Please
too
stop.
great. It's really much profound. Venture
Right,
chance.
just press
It's
skip.
probably hard
And or mute the bot. Or you
I'm
could
done.
just like destroy
I
ban
give you
the
your
bot.
fun. I'm really-
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, you go. Well, you say what you're gonna say.
No,
You yell
go.
at me.
No, I was gonna say you can't speak anymore, but I guess I'm gonna let you speak. Right? I've got two people tell me they're not resubbing or upsubbing. Thanks a lot, guys. This is my job. I have no money anymore because of you people.
The people want ponies unless they're mad that you played it. In which case, you didn't need those toxic viewers in your life.
When's
It's
that
okay.
movie coming out?
It's okay, Taco was broke anyway.
Yeah, they're making a movie. I have no idea when it's coming out. Anyway, this week I watched Pretty Cure. It was about a fish.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a funny little show.
There's a fish in the Tom and Jerry movie. Named Goldie.
Could this be the start? Could they be teasing a cinematic universe here?
Oh my gosh. Oh, Space Jam 2 is coming out this year too. Oh my god. Yo.
Finally, Bugs Bunny and the Free Cures team up.
Okay, so like the thing I really enjoyed the episode. It had like really fun, silly vibes. There's a lot of like energy to it, which is something I like. I don't know. I immediately haven't watched much Precure, so I don't know about the rest of the series. But like this one, I was like surprised by like how like zany, wacky it was, and how like high energy the main lead was with her like faces and being a little idiot.
Mhm.
But I think like the best part I enjoyed the most is like the mermaid character, who's like the markable mascot of the series. I don't know what I was like expecting of her character, but she's kind of just like evil, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
He's like selfish, and like her like aspiration starting off is just she wants to be queen, and she like doesn't seem to like care that much about like humans or people.
So
And
you're
she's
saying
like-
she gaslight gatekeeps girl boss.
She's like she wants to be a gaslight gatekeep girl boss. That's her end goal. She's
The
working
three
to it.
Gs.
And so it's funny because you have like the idiot protagonist girl, and then this like mascot character who doesn't really give a shit and is just kind of stuck up. It's a funny show. I'm
Baker-
excited to see more of it every week.
Precure tends to have a lot of hamster brain characters. This is the most hamster brain character yet.
Yeah, she has like her brain has like no functions. It's like a free trial.
I'm really happy for her.
That's the like main thing I want to talk about. I could talk about how I watched like Utena this week because that's the other thing I like watched today.
You know, I think that
What?
I think that might be too intense to talk about after Tubby Pony Waifu Wiggle. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Can we talk about how like the monsters have SpongeBob faces?
they do. I wanted to say the thing Precure is doing right now with the mascot of the season is interesting because I think this is the season where the actual animal fairy mascot has just been like completely shoved to the side for a different character.
I think it's funny how the little like seal bitch is there in like one scene and like there's absolutely no attention drawn to it. I didn't even notice it the first time.
It's barely in the theme song too, which makes it feel like it's probably not going to be prevalent throughout the whole show.
What if it just like it doesn't talk? They never like acknowledge it. It just starts showing up in the background.
That'd be funny.
It's like the snail.
It is like the snail.
Oh, from Adventure Time? The evil witch character in this show can like possess the seal and it'll like wave at the background without evil eyes now.
Yes.
There we go.
Anyway, that was my piece.
All right.
Your piece of pizza.
This is the point of the show where we'll take a few questions before we end off for the night. So chat, if you have any questions you want us to answer or talk about, this is the part where you go crazy and go wild.
I'm sure we've raised a lot of questions tonight.
We sure
I
did.
imagine. Would you rather fight Tom or Jerry? That's a good question.
Tom loses all
Oh,
the time.
I'm a cat, so I have to fight Jerry by nature.
Right, but do you... But, okay. But do you think you have what it takes to beat Jerry? And Tom is
Absolutely
just,
not.
like, foolish, and he can't get the job done.
I think I could fool
Is
Tom.
that okay, you don't think so?
I couldn't fool Jerry though.
I would fight
Okay.
Jerry if I won the challenge.
Yeah, I feel like I'd lose against Jerry, but like I feel like it would be good experience. Who's your Tubby Wubby Pony waifu?
I want to ignore that one.
I'm gonna
Ask Cersei.
I think this question from Orange Life Citrus is way more
I'm
interesting
gonna time out Cersei for 10 seconds.
because I've been thinking about this. This is kind of an out there ask, but aside from Twitter meme bait jokes memes really give cartoons staying power, the industry is starting to realize that one of Paramount Plus's top strategies, depending on people subbing, to make SpongeBob make new memes. So there was like this Twitter article I saw recommended me before we started. It's like SpongeBob is back, but does he have the meme staying power anymore? And it's like something about the idea of like knowing the show SpongeBob SquarePants solely for the like its meme power. Like here, I'll put this on the screen right now. I don't know, something about that. I want to say bums me out. Like this is the legacy of SpongeBob, is it has a meme empire.
That's really sad. That makes me sad for how media is like seen.
Just the thing about SpongeBob is like those memes are just came out about just like SpongeBob just being genuinely funny, but it's sort of just not like being acknowledged for that.
I do think there's a lot of examples of like stuff trying to force a meme, like not all the time. But I like the SpongeBob, not the Sonic Twitter meme face thing was stupid as shit. That was dumb. But there are examples out there of like, I feel like shows definitely wanting to like have a meme moment. Gumball was always the big example. You could tell they wanted things to be clipped and put on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's an
Yeah, I don't know.
interest.
They just gotta,
Oh god.
I don't know. That's a dumb headline.
It does kind of.
I don't know if people actually... I don't know if people generally think of SpongeBob like that, per se.
I don't know.
The
I
memes
don't
are
know.
more just...
I feel
Well, they're
like
more of a byproduct. I feel like a lot of them are kind of like a byproduct of just people's memories of it, and just knowing who the characters are.
I feel like there is an extent though to like people like when they think of SpongeBob, they think of like meme empire. I guess I definitely think to an extent this isn't a wrong thing to like. I think people view SpongeBob as that sometimes, and I'm very curious going forward if we'll start seeing more shows or products that like desperately try to hop on that like, oh, I want this to be clipped on Twitter so badly type of thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Okay, I got a good question here from Columns and Rows. Schnookums or meat?
Mate, it's a funny name.
Is Schnookums not?
Yeah, what? Um,
I don't want to answer that question.
yeah. I have a question
Yeah?
for you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Why? I'm gonna break a rule here. Why is Reddit Moment Scooby-Doo banned?
What?
Why is Reddit Moment Scooby-Doo banned?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like any discussion of Marge Simpson being a MILF / Reddit moment Scooby Doo is banned.
That's
Yeah,
not your
that's my
rules.
fault.
It's
on the channel.
I know
I think that was my fault.
I know the first one was Rose's fault because we were streaming Gurumin and she kept asking if Marge was a MILF, so I banned that. I don't remember why Scooby-Doo Reddit Moment is banned.
Yeah,
No, I have a least favorite Muppet.
Yeah?
It's Scooter. That guy sucks.
What the
He's
fuck?
still-
No,
What?
what did Scooter
Stop
do
it,
to
no.
you? Take it back!
What is wrong with you
Scooter
right
is
now?
pretty
You're not-
GNC as fuck.
Only when he was a baby.
You're not. No!
Don't say that. Don't go on this show and be mean to Scooter. You can't do that here.
Why are you all Scooter like apologists?
I like he's. Hey Kermit, I'm the show's gonna start in 15 minutes.
He
He's
likes
fine.
Bug Snacks.
He likes bug snacks. Yeah, he's what? I don't. What do you want him to be? Like, does he have to do like some big cannon tricks? Does he have to jump out of a cannon? Does he have to tell funny jokes? Does he have to
I
be a
want-
frog in the swamp playing a banjo?
I
Is
want
that
him
what you
to
want
be
from him? Is that
better.
what you want from Scooter?
Yes, I have
Let's
higher
go.
standards for my Muppets.
He plays a
Let
very...
Scooter fans be happy. You have 4 more Muppets after this.
Take me by the tongue and I'll know you. He sings that in Muppets Most Wanted.
Wait, he
Kiss me
sings
on
that?
the cheek.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yes! You don't know who Scooter even is. That's the
Okay.
problem.
I'm typing on my Twitter apology right now.
There you go.
You claim to be a Scooter fan, and yet you don't.
I literally claimed the opposite.
You claim to be a Scooter hater, and yet you don't know his story.
I bet they don't think about like GNC Loud House.
Is Rosa crazier than anyone else?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sometimes Rosa has the most like statements that are just like dead ends. It's like any sort of like I don't know what to. I don't even know what you said. It's left my mind already. Like GNC, like it was like a gumbo stew of like just. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not gonna eat that.
Oh no, I know Scooter GNC. It's because on the Muppets wiki it says Scooter and Muppets like Muppets Baby. That's the new one is GNC.
No, I get it. I get that because like there was like Scooter and Skeeter and like they like fused. But what did you just
all
say?
I want to
Rosa?
do
I
is
don't know
see
what
you
Rosa-
turn into a giant scooter.
See gender mirror.
Oh, bro, it's a giant Scooter!
Which
What?
Loud House character is GNC?
I mean,
Yeah, that's what you
the-
said. Loud House GNC. What is that? What are you
It's
talking
like
about?
there's like the punk rock Loud House girl who's bisexual. This hasn't close. This is an open and shut case.
Scooter,
What?
we both can't
Well,
exit
Lisa
at the same
Simpson.
time.
This is what Scooter's uncle says to him.
Next question.
Wait, you all didn't say your least favorite Muppets. I guess
Stewie,
you all have such moral high ground.
Stewie, we both can't exist. I'm going to become half of you, and I need you to know that every moment you love being yourself, that's me loving you and loving
Ryan, you
being
can't-
you because you're something extraordinary. You're going to be a human being.
You've been complaining this whole time, and now you're doing the
It's my
fucking
turn.
Lois Griffin. Okay, I guess that's fair.
I'm kind of not big on like the full body Muppets that. What are they? They're just called like the mutants, I think.
Mhm.
I'm not big on them. I don't really like how they look. They look a little uncanny. I like Sweetums. He's a good full body Muppet. He's
Everyone
got like a
loves
big
Sweetums.
mouth, like hey guys. But I don't really like the mutants. They don't really do anything, and I don't know. They just look kind of weird.
You don't like
Guys in
Thog?
suits. Thog?
He's the big blue guy.
The meme character?
Oh yeah, he is.
Thog Muppet. I've probably seen him. Thog's kind of... He's alright. I'm talking mainly like the ones that are just like... You could just tell that like they're just people in costumes.
You
or,
like the ones like in the intro, they like there's like the two of them and they like squat down and point.
Yeah. They kind of freak
Okay.
me out.
I'm not a big Robin fan, I guess. I don't, whenever I think
What is wrong with you?
well, like what you said, like can you think of any funny Robin moments?
He's so tiny. He's just a little guy.
Robbie looks like you when you were in Scouts.
Yeah, he looks like you when you were in Scouts, and he has an entire game based on him.
Well,
Hey, Uncle Kermit, are we gonna go to the light show tonight with Miss Piggy? Are you two still dating?
oh, great Muppets ABC joke. I don't know, he's
Robin's-
fine. I guess I don't like Walter. Walter's whatever too. Like I think of like Muppets that are really funny. I just like Walter's just there.
That's fair, but I guess I'd sympathize with
Wonderful.
Walter because he's like relatively new,
I guess that's
and he
true.
hasn't had much of a chance to shine. But like, I can agree, I can like live in a world where Walter is the worst Muppet.
I wouldn't say worse. I just mean like he's only had those two. I guess that is a bigger thing. They haven't done much with him.
Yeah, because Muppets... What has Muppets done since he was introduced?
He was in Muppets Now. Remember, he's on the screen. He's like, I can't wait.
I can't wait to watch the Muppets right now.
Yeah, he said that. You want to take that from him?
Question
Ros-
only for Rosa. Who's the most GNC Muppet? Gonzo.
I mean, yeah, canonically,
Yeah.
he's an artist.
Hey, Kermit, I just want to let you
Gonzo
know that...
dresses up like my girlfriend.
I guess I do.
I just want to let you know that I'm gonna use they them pronouns. I'm just trying out for now, but
Yeah.
I also want to say my least favorite puppet is Sheldon Cooper, and my favorite Muppet is like Robin because he looks like he's about to snap at any moment.
I forgot.
Rosa's smart.
Sheldon Cooper is technically a Muppet.
Really?
Before we end off tonight, Cersei asked very nicely for me to put this on screen. Let me make it bigger. Hold on.
Oh yeah, this is the last month of Mario's life.
I'm not gonna
No.
die now.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Oh. Do you have any final words you want to say?
Yes, dear, it's very fun. And when you're done, the audience will applaud you.
This is me walking
Okay,
backstage
well,
to press
I'm
the
not
off.
very fast at reading. I mean, I like to read,
This
but
is
all I
me
really have is
Going backstage to press the off air button. I'm pulling the plug. Cut the feed. Cutting the feed.